Hello everyone, we're just logging on. We're just trying to get on here on Instagram as well, so just give us a minute while we try and figure that out. We're trying to come to you from our Happy Heart on Facebook as well as on Instagram, so we're just trying to figure out how to get the Instagram working. It seems to be giving us some trouble, so just give us a sec while we try to figure that out. And no, it's not letting me log in. Okay, so we're not going to be coming to you from Instagram then, just from Facebook today like we've been doing, but we're obviously on the Happy Heart Art Club. So welcome everyone to our Friday edition. Oh, sorry, the assistant's not all the way in. We'll just move her over. I can see Meg is online, so that's hooray. Can you see Hattie already? Oh my gosh.
Hola.
Can you see Ola? Are you sure you're not looking at the picture behind you, my bug? Great, so we're just going to give it about 30 more seconds and then we will get cracking. While we wait though, I just want to say two shout outs. One is to Cindy Backhouse. This dress that you made is absolutely outstanding and Josie loves it. She wears it all the time. So thank you very much for that. The second one, and most importantly, last week, those guys, or not last week, on Monday when you guys were here last with me, you'll know that I had some technical difficulties with my phone falling down midway through me trying to show you what was going on. And really kindly, that very evening, the guys from House Coffee down the road, our favorite coffee shop down the road, they came and gave us a new phone holder to use. So guys, I'm using that one. Fingers crossed it works this time. Thank you very much for doing that. That was really kind. Cool. I can see that a couple of people have logged on now, so I am going to get cracking with showing you guys the craft. Yeah, maybe those people have logged on, possibly.
Amelia?
And Amelia. Lovely. Cool, so we're going to get started with our craft for today, and that's using some milk bottles. I've taken the labels off these ones and cleaned them out. I've got a 1 litre bottle and a 2 litre bottle. We're going to be using both for the craft today. We're going to start with the 1 litre bottle craft because that is the simpler of the two, and Josie and I did this one together yesterday. So what we'll do is just start out by showing you what we've made, and then we'll go backwards from there and show you how to make it with your kids at home. So Masas, do you want to pass me your finished one and we'll hold it up for the people? You can put it in the screen. There we go. So we made this lovely little bunny planter. You can see here. Got a little bit of ivy in there, it's got a little button nose and a little tail at the back. So that was the one that Josie made. She's going to pass me the one that I made, which is really similar, just different painting techniques. So we've used pink again, same button, little ear detail on this one and the tail on the back. So they're really, really simple to make. We've put coriander in the one and we've put ivy in the other. We actually planted those, which was quite a lot of fun to do. So, to make this little bunny, what you're going to need is this 1 litre milk bottle. I'm going to show you how we cut it now. You want to use the handle first, so we're going to just cut through the handle. It's just really simple pair of kitchen scissors. You're going to cut down the handle so that you can actually get into the milk bottle. Now, before I cut it okay. Before I cut this any further, I just want to say the front of the bunny, as you can see here, is on the wider part of the milk bottle, and then the ears are on the narrower part. So really that's the only thing that you have to keep in mind when you are cutting the bottle. So to cut the bottle, literally just cut the top off. So that you've got only the bottom of the bottle left. Then what you're going to do is cut down to a line down here and a line down here, and the same on the back, and then you are going to cut across to make the face of the bunny. So I'm going to do that now and then show you how that looks. You could draw this out before with a pen. The bottle will take a pen really easily. I chose to just do it freehand. We've had a little spillage, so excuse me while I just grab a towel. So probably better to do this over a towel if you have just rinsed out the bottles and they are a bit damp. So I've cut the one side now. You're going to cut down on the other side to about the same height. and then cut round again. So that's how it's now looking. Then what you want to do on the ears is just round out the ears ever so slightly. Okay, you've got nice rounded corners. One and the other one. Okay. And you'll see as you go what adjustments need to be made. I'm not going to make any huge adjustments now. Probably on this one I might cut this a little bit down, a little bit further to give him a little higher ear. It really just depends on what you are into, but you can see how easily that shape became this bunny. So what you're going to do next is just take some paint and paint the whole of your bunny. We use pink and purple because in our house pink and purple are king and queen, aren't they? What's your favorite color?
Purple and pink.
Purple and pink. So we have a lot of that going on. You paint it all, wait for it to dry, and then when it comes to making the face, I'm going to show you mine again. I actually use paint to put this face on. Really simple little characters on the face. I used paint because I didn't have a permanent marker. My permanent marker had dried up, so I had to use paint. If I'm honest, I think I would have preferred to just use a permanent marker. It would have been a lot easier. So that's what I recommend that you do. Once you've drawn the face on, you can add a little detail like a button for the nose. It's quite nice to add some detail on the ears just to make sure that the sides have got some definition. And then what's really sweet is if you can add something to the back to make it have a little tail. I used a pom-pom that I had. Again, I was actually looking for cotton wool, but I didn't have any cotton wool, only in pads. I didn't have it in balls. I would probably prefer to put a cotton wool ball in the back, and I'm sure a lot of people have that around their house. And it looks quite sweet when it's all done. Like I say, we've planted something in here. We've added some little...
Get that.
Okay. We've added some little holes in the bottom so that the water can get all the way through the plant. Hi Sam and James, I see you guys logged in now. Thank you for joining. And yeah, so that it can breathe. But another thing that you could do with these little bunny containers, I guess, is you could use them for Easter. They'd be really nice to fill with some little eggs. Maybe the kids could put them out the night before, kind of like a stocking, or I don't know, you can think creatively about what you do. Maybe kids, it's something nice you could make for mom and dad, and you could put some eggs in there for mom and dad. That might be a really nice treat. Right, so that is our little bunny planter. I'm going to put this one to the side. Maybe we'll just stick him up here so you can watch us while we do the next thing. And the next thing that we made was taking the 2-liter milk bottle. So it was this one here. And instead of using it this way up, we turned it over and we used it this way. And you can see from this shape that this makes a really nice opportunity for making a kind of a mask. So if you imagine some eyes in here and a nice headdress. So what you need to do for this one is to cut the top of the bottle. So you're probably looking to cut off about this much, and you just cut it around the whole bottle so that the top literally comes off and the plant can fit in the top there. I'm going to show you 2 examples that I've made. So let me grab the first one that is complete. So Josie helped with this, and I'll be honest, this is probably for bigger kids because it is a little bit more complicated, or it might be something that moms want to get on and do themselves, and then the kids can do the planting. So this is the finished one that I made yesterday. It's a hanging planter here. You can see the plant's gone in the top, and then she's got lovely eyes and a headdress. And she hangs like this. So I've got a second one that's kind of in parts, and I'll use that one to show you how we did this. So here's the one that is in parts. This is more of a, Josie calls this the boy one and that the girl one. So to make, oh, this is the girl. So they're both girls. They change all the time. Right, so what you need to do is cut the top of the bottle like I explained. And then what is really nice is if you use this piece as the nose. Now, I know some bottles have their handles on the corner, and some bottles like this one have them on the front. It doesn't really matter where the handle is. The point is that this needs to be the nose. And then you need to draw on a little face shape. I used, actually there's a marking on the bottle itself where the label was. I just used that natural line to make this line here, this black line, that kind of gives definition to the face. And then once I'd done that, Josie helped me here. She painted on the colors. So it is something that kids can get involved with, but it needs a little bit more supervision if they are little. And then once it had all been painted, we drew some eyes onto a piece of paper and stuck those on, gave her some eyebrows. And then what we did was we took some twine and we created the hanging part of the planter. So this was really simple too. We just made a hole at the top and a hole at the top, and then we pulled the twine through on both sides, and then I simply tied it up. And it makes space for the plant to fit in. So I chose to use pot plants here. I'm going to stick a rose in this one because that's what I have. So you just stick the plant in and then pull it up. Joyce, can you hold the face, please? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. And you can see how that looks really sweet when it's got the face in it. One other nice addition to do on these is to take a piece of fabric, so literally just a scrap piece of fabric that you might have lying around. It could be part of an old t-shirt if you've just done a clean out of your wardrobe. It could be something like a plastic packet that you could wrap around, but this is quite a lot of space, and what's quite nice to do is to fill the space, and on this one we made a bandana. So Marcel, if you will hold this up for me on either side, then Mom will show the people how we just really simply take this fabric and you tie it around the bottle. Nothing complicated about it at all. Tie it around and then pull it up. I'm going to face it to myself so I can see what I'm doing, and then I'll turn it around to you. There we go. Just pull it up into place. You can see that the back is literally just a tie. Nothing complicated about that at all. It seems to stay quite well, and if these are hanging, they tend to not be in reach of little fingers or things that are going to pull that off. If I go back to my lady just for a minute, she's got slightly different face, and you can see here that she's got some goggles. I thought they were eyelashes, but they've been called goggles too. I'll show you them from the side. And the way that I made those was just to take a toilet roll, you can see, and cut those out to make eyelashes. So I'll give you a quick little demonstration of that. Took the toilet roll like this, I cut it in half, painted the whole thing on the inside and the outside. I used black because I had that kind of color. Hi to Sam and Ava, I see you guys are logged in there. And I cut this up to make eyelashes. So super, super simple.
Grandma and Grandpa.
Grandma and Grandpa, I bet they are watching. And Nana and Grandpa, I bet they're watching too. So you just cut them out.
Meg and Jamo.
Meg and Jamo, for sure.
Grandma and Grandpa.
Yeah. Josie's going to do the shout outs while I just cut these out. She's got this under control, as you can see. Right. Once you've cut them all out, bend this slightly in half. And quite close, just have a look here, quite close to the edge of your cutting, you're going to cut. Okay? And that is going to give you a really nice little, when you pull these out, it's going to give you a really nice eyelash. When I first made this, I put the whole ring on the eye of the lady. It did make it look quite heavy, so I would recommend that you trim it a little bit and just cut the last few off.
I can't see Joshi.
You can't?
No.
Oh my gosh, well we'll have to give him a call after we're done. Shall we do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So once you've cut them out, it'll look like this. A little bit of space on the bottom. And then you really simply, I'll show you on the boy, because he's got no goggles. You take it and you stick it over the inside here like this.
That's the girl.
Oh, where the eye is.
That's the boy.
And then you can fiddle with the adjustment. Yes, my beanie.
That's the girl. That's the boy.
Okay, well, so on the girl, you put her eyelashes on. Once you've stuck it in, I just stuck it straight with super glue. I actually didn't use super glue the first time. The first time I just used this all-purpose glue. I mean, any glue will do, not Pritt, but any sort of stronghold glue will do. You just pop it on, and then, yeah, that's how you make some lovely goggles or eyelashes, which look really sweet. So I was really pleased with how these turned out. I actually think I might put them on my outside deck and keep them there for the summer. They're quite bright and cheery, so yeah, that's us today. That's what we've been making. We hope that you have enjoyed that little tutorial on how to upcycle some milk bottles, and we hope that you will share some pictures with us if you do choose to do this at home. It would be really great if you did. That is the end of today. We'll be back again on Monday. Meg will be back, and we are looking at doing some Easter mix next week, so we'll be coming to you with those. We've also had some really exciting news this week, which Meg and I are thrilled about. On Friday next week, we're going to be doing an exclusive crafting session with the guys from Splashy Fen. So more detail to come on Monday from Meg, but we will be doing a little crafting session, festival inspired, so some music bits, maybe some flower crowns next week. So we will give you that information as we get it, but it's really exciting news. Other than that, have a lovely weekend, everybody, and we will see you next week. Do you want to say goodbye? Bye, guys. Oh, no.